So basically, the design and implementation work is done by using different type of softwares. As we are concerned with the lab, so we prefer one tool because lots of tools are available with us. If we go, there is a long list. If I say that video or any other software, whatever the our requirement, as we have seen in our previous lectures, we are very much clear that how can we design the UML in particular type of software. For example, if I see that UML diagram software tool, we will find a long list because world is working constantly. For example, here is a star diagramming, then UML diagramming, then free we have the diagram marker named eDraw, and there are the base tools in also available in the world. So if we see this is a long list, base UML tool in 2020, but these all are paid. If these are the paid, we are looking for the freeware because research and the academic activities are done through the freeware rather than going to have some sort of the paid concept. So this is concept draw as I was. This is a link from where we can download, use it, and lots of. So video is one of the very important tool and modeling. But here, what we have to do, we will prefer freeware somehow that will give us some sort of facilities as well. So already I have downloaded, as you can see, eDraw Max. It's a good software, and by using this one, we can do lots of activities as well. So eDraw Max for downloading is also available for us, and we can use this for our projects. If we say that what are the benefits, but despite of these things, if we go for the basic things, this is the simple UML diagram for the PowerPoint. Even we can use the PowerPoint as well because PowerPoint nowadays have lots of facilities and PowerPoint lots of things can be done with the help of PowerPoint as well. So alternative, some sort of video tools, Max, and these can be done as per the recent survey as we have done. But come to the point that how we have to do and how we have to perform and what's our activity as well. So if we say that design and implementation has some sort of a typical work, now to see one by one that object-oriented design using the UML, how can we done it? Actually, the UML is the Unified Modeling Language as we have learned in the previous lectures. So the basic lectures have been done into our coursework. Now we will see that what is the particular type of the implementation and how we have to go and how we have to design these particular type of UML based uh, topics. Just like if we say that there is a class diagram, there is a use case diagram, there is a sequence diagram, there is a state diagram. Lots of diagrams are that we use to manipulate our system logic in order to understand. So the design patterns implementation issues will also be discussed. We are following the open source development, as I have told you that we don't prefer those softwares which are not freeware, some of the paid activities. So in the research community, the paid activities are discouraged. Meanwhile, in the academic and research, we also use some of the freeware. So software design and implementation is the stage of the software engineering process at which an executable software system is developed. It means that when we go for the design and implementation, we should have an idea that how we have to code and how we have to execute these things as well. But in this lecture, in the software engineering one, we are only concerned with activities that we have to develop. The SRS, the system request, I'll go to summary. A specification, system request specification is to be done by us. So software design and implementation activities are invertibility inlaid because the software design is creative activity in which you identify software components and their relationships based on the customer requirements. So the basic thing is we have to understand the customer requirement and we have to represent that graphically. So this graphically representation is known as, we can say that some sort of the UML is required. So unified modeling language gives us lots of advantages. So these are things are very much discussed in the class, that system context and the interactions are to be done by us. Now this is some sort of the weather station. It has some sort of the capabilities. Simply we can draw into the MS Word and MS PowerPoint as well, but this will be very good if we are giving it a professional approach and we are going to implement these use cases and these type of the diagrams by using that tool. So I have downloaded this one and have a after the installation you can see the blank drawing. You will follow this blank drawing, otherwise you have some sort of the spoke diagrams. These are the block diagrams through into the three ended. Now these are some sort of the available. So timeline can also be presented like this. Previously we were doing into the MS project, and now we can do these activities as well. So these are the examples, and we can take any example and edit it as per our requirement. This will be quite easy for us. So if we have, for example, this is the mind map, and these are the things that we have to go. But we can see the business diagram, cards, charts, color art. You have the wide variety. Then database. Definitely we have to follow. Then engineering. Now these are the voltages. We are none of concern. Fashion design, plan, flowcharts, forms. Yes, we can. Graphic design. Yes, we can. We have to go. Then graphic organizer. Then the industrial automation can be done. So nature of the project, whatever we are going to receive, we have to. Then we have to go for the mind map as well, and we have to think about it. For example, we have this problem. May we implement into the mind map? Yes, we can initialize, but this is typical problem of the database. That's why we will prefer the database UML type. So the networks, yes, we have not limited to, but lots of other available charts are there. So this is the organizational chart we can design and we can understand by using the organizational chart as well, because of these things we can have some sort of the advantages as well. So this is the project management. We have to keep the connect different type of the users and the developers, that they should understand from where they have to start their activity and what the activity has been into the process. So the project managers can understand these things as well. So this is some sort of the lots of varieties. Video has little bit limitations, but this software have been found with lots of now. This is the as we are dealing with the COVID-19, we can use human organs as well. Then the astronomy, then lots of other categories are available with us, and even the chemistry, even the astronomy, even the biology, even the physics, even the chemistry, even the ecosystems can be done. So the softwares UML can also be done by using this software Image Store. It has lots of abilities that we can do. So you can see this is some sort of a sequence diagram, and you can draw this sequence diagram from these softwares as well. So we will focus upon this one, and we will go for the particular, but first we have so the mobile systems, their interconnectivity may also be drawn by using this one, and this is some sort of the activity that we have seen. So go into your lecture and then see that this is a weather report, this is report status, and this is restart, shutdown, this is the control system, and the weather information system is there. So how can we draw into our lab now? Have an idea and use a template. Otherwise, you have to do yourself and draw it neat and clean. So if we see that what are these use cases, for example, here we click it. Now we have the template. So it has a little bit some sort of the activity that could be done. So these were the basic diagrams that we were trying to look after, and you should have some sort of authentic approach and try to develop this one. So this is your assignment for today. Draw this and this, and then we will see the description of that particular type of the thing as well. So thank you very much for your active listening, and we will discuss it into the class too.